Hey guys, welcome back to Crafting with me. I actually am going to create a St. Patrick's Day craft today. We're only going to do a couple St. Patrick's Day crafts because, it's really not a holiday that a lot of people like decorate for and do things for. And so I thought we can do a couple of crafts. One is from the dollar store. One is one that is really easy and quick and simple. And I love quick and simple crafts, you know me. So what you're going to need is you're going to need some washi tape. You're going to need your scissors. You're going to need your Sharpie, a picture frame, and also a stencil. I just went online and Googled Shamrock stencils. And remember those postcards that we did the butterfly with? Well, we're going to be using those again. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to come and you're going to kind of pick out your washi tape and the colors that you want to use. Now, I have a really unique way of storing my washi tape. I actually recorded a tutorial for you guys, but I use a paper towel holder. But I have a tutorial where I show you how I put it together and how I put it on, and that'll be coming up this week as well. So I kind of went through my washi tape and kind of picked out some of the colors that I liked already. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take one of your little postcards and you are going to, hold on just a second. You are going to take your washi tape and you're just going to angle it and cover the whole postcard up. Super easy, quick. So I'm going to take this one because I kind of like the details. I got all this washi tape from from Amazon. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this washi tape and this, because this is the bigger one, you can get it started. That's the whole point of starting these things, is trying to get a craft started. And this is one of the reasons why it's great to either go ahead and start, peel your tape off before you even start it, or, oh my gosh, it's coming apart, or letting it go off the page so you're easy to work with. So the first thing you're doing, like I said, is you're going to take, if it'll come up, starting it is very hard, is you're going to take, there we go. And I'm just going to cut off this little part right here because I really think it's nasty. Just so I have it. So it's for my peace of mind. So you're going to take and you're going to come across, and because I want this to kind of be in the middle, I'm just going to come across and put it diagonally on my cardstock. And what you're just going to do is you're just going to fold it over and cut. And you're going to fill out the entire postcard with washi tape. So I kind of like this. All these are brand new, so I'm going to struggle with these. But I like this green one. I like the solid color of them. It doesn't matter what colors you use, as long as you incorporate some green in it. It doesn't have to be St. Patrick's Day. It can be any kind of washi tape that you have on hand, as long as you have some green in it. I promise you it'll be worth it. So you're just going to come and once again fill that up. I went ahead and pre-picked some of these ones I liked out so that I could work with them. Mine's no rhyme or reason. I just went ahead and, like I said, picked them out. And the hardest part is going to be finding where it starts. Got that one. If you decide you don't want to use all your tape with this, then all you have to do is use the bigger pieces, because you see how it took up the most part here. And you're just going to fold over and cut. You can tear if you want, but cutting it makes it a stronger edge. So I've used those three. Now let's see. I want something that's kind of will blend with that, but not be so like out there. And I'm looking and I'm seeing, I've got 4 things of washi tape here, and I'm not really sure what I really like. I think I'm just going to go ahead and do the numbers one. It doesn't matter how you're doing it. I'm going to put it this way because that way you can read the numbers right side up. And you're just going to fold and tape. Most of these crafts that we're doing are are less than, you can make them for less than $20. If you can only afford a couple of things to tape, then by all means continue and make a pattern. Like I could have done these and then continued on down and done the same pattern. But I wanted mine to kind of stand out. And this one does not want to come off because there's a piece of plastic around it. There we go. I'm, of course, going to put this one on the bottom because this one's a rainbow. And most of the time when you think of St. Patrick's Day, you think of the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. So I'm going to try and get this plastic off so we can start this one. When you're storing the tape, if it comes with plastic, go ahead and take that off so you know that you can work with it. Like I said, my fingernails do not want to work with me. This one's kind of funky because it looks like it's like double-sided. Let me see if this, oh, it is. It is double. I don't know if, yeah, it is double. Oh, this is just it. Well, that's weird. That is very weird. But I'm just going to go ahead and do the double stick because I just think it's kind of cool and it gets a little bit of dimension. And you're just going to cut and wrap. I have a piece of plastic stuck here, so I'm going to try to get that plastic off so it'll stick down and stick it down. All right. So I like this green right here because I like the really deep green. I think we only have a couple more washi tape and then we'll be done. And that one is almost done. This one right here is almost done. So I'm going to put this green down here, fold, and cut. Of course, would not be anything without some flowers in here. And I think we're going to finish it up with this flower one and then the heart one. Whoops, that one came off. Like I said, sometimes it's hard to work with these. Here we go. I'm going to put that one down here. And you don't necessarily have to fill up the whole card, but I just want to fill up the whole card. That way you have nothing peeking through. And clip it here because it's going to fold over and fold it over and clip. Now, I'm probably going to need a couple more. So I'm going to go and do this heart. A tip for using washi tape is when you use it, hold it to your desk like this and just have it pulled out if you know what colors you're going to go ahead and use. So I have the heart and I think I'm probably going to finish it up just with with some more green. I think that'll be perfect. The joy about these crafts is I'm making these crafts with you. So I am creating and crafting with you guys. These are crafts that I have either done it in the past or I'm doing for the first time with you guys. So when I screw up, you see it. There's no editing of the videos. There's none of that. It's all what you see is what you get. Now, I don't think I need to go up any further because you're not going to see it on the frame. So now that I have this cardstock covered, almost covered, I'm just going to set it aside for a minute. And this is where your Shamrock and your other piece of cardstock come in. Now, I Googled patterns, Shamrock patterns, printable Shamrocks, and I actually got several that were way too big for my frame. You might have to do a trial and error for your frame to see which ones fit. But what you're going to do is you're just going to cut out your pattern. And I know you're probably thinking you could have done this before, but I want to show you from start to finish how easy this craft is. So you're cutting out the Shamrock. If you notice, I move the paper and I don't move the scissors that much. I move the paper instead of the scissors. That way you get a cleaner cut. See how I'm just moving and gliding the scissors along. I'm not picking them up off the paper. You're just, as I'm moving the paper, you see the cut. So we have our Shamrock cut out. And my trash can's right there, so I'm just going to throw the stuff in the trash can. Now you're going to come back with your cardstock. You can always, if you don't want to do it with a Sharpie, you can always come back and do it with a pencil, light. But I tend to have a problem when I cut So I'm going to do it with my Sharpie, not being able to see. And if you have problems with your pattern moving, you can always take a piece of this tape and tape it across the top. I'm going to center it in the middle, and I'm just going to lightly come around and make the pattern. It's just like when we did the cardboard heart. If you haven't watched that, please go watch it now or after I do this tutorial. You're just trying to make an outline so you can cut the middle out. I'm trying very hard to reuse and redo some of the crafts that when you guys are buying something for crafting, to do one of the crafts that I showed you that you can easily repurpose if you have to buy a pack. So I could have gotten a piece of cardstock out of my cardstock cabinet, but I realized that I had these little things and they fit perfect in the 4x6 frame. So that's why I decided to use these. As you see, they're moving. It's moving a little bit as I'm tracing it out. And I missed a whole section right there. So I'm going to put it back down because I traced it, but when I traced it on the actual piece. Okay, so I'm just going to go back and fill it in lightly. Okay, so now I forgot my handy dandy little tool. So it's over here somewhere, but I don't know exactly where it's at. But I'm going to go ahead and you're going to fold, and you're just going to try and make a starting spot to get in for your, and that is not going to work. Hold on, guys, just a sec. There it is. I always have my handy dandy little scorer. I told you it comes 3 to a pack. It's one of my favorite tools. I use it to open packages. I use it to open Amazon packages, especially. I use it just about anything. You're going to score. You can use an X-Acto knife. And I'm going to see if I can get it started. Yes, I did. Okay. And I'm going to just score that very first one, the first little thing. Let's see if I can get it to pop out. I'm afraid it's going to tear because you're trying to cut out the inside of the shamrock. And that's when the hardest part's going to come in, is when you're trying to cut this out. If you have smaller scissors, you can use the smaller scissors. Like I said, I'm just using this. It's like an X-Acto knife, but it's a letter opener. And I'm just scoring along. This is probably the hardest part of the whole craft. Let's see. Okay, got that one, got that part. The hardest part is actually getting to where you're able to work with it. Okay, that needs to be scored a little bit. Once I have this first piece done, I think I can come back with my scissors. But until I get my first piece done, I can't do anything with the scissors. Okay, so you have that first little thing done here. So now, let's see if I can get those scissors in here. I don't think I can again. I'm going to have to go back and score this one. And score it. Okay, I scored it. Doesn't have to be precise, because all you're doing is making an outline. Now you can easily go and find a frame to do this with. But I think I have enough room now. I'm just going to cut this part. I was going to tell you could use it for another craft, but I'm just going to cut this part out because it's going to get in my way. Okay, now I have it where I can get it. And I'm going to go ahead and cut this part. See, once you get it to a point where you get it open, then you can cut it. Okay, so you see I've got that one side done. Now this side's going to be easier because I have a little bit more room to work around. It's kind of looking kind of beat up. So if you want to, you could use cardboard as your template and just use the cardboard. I think that'd be really cool to have, or a brown paper bag, to have a brown background with your shamrock. But I just use cardstock. I'll go ahead and cut that part off. And assembling it is going to be so much easier than actually making it. This is, I think, like I said, the hardest part for the whole craft. I'm going to go ahead and cut that part off so that way I have it out and cut it and have it out. All right, so I have this part done. Looking pretty beat up right now, but that's okay. Then I'm just going to come back and cut the little bottom out. The hardest part that's going to be cutting the bottom is going to be the actual scoring across the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and just take my little cloud and score it. And there you have it. You have your little shamrock. Now, you notice I'm using this side and not the side that I did the Sharpie on because it just looks nicer. This side looks nicer. It does look a little jagged, but that's okay. No shamrock is perfect. Now you're going to take your frame. This is the cool part, guys. You're going to take your frame and the little thing out of it, and you're going to place your shamrock inside the frame, and then take the cardstock that you just did. Look at it first before you close it, and just place it on the back and pull it up and look at it. If you like it like that, then you can. If you want to play around with it and have this piece up here more, then by all means, look at it again. I kind of like the rainbows going opposite directions. I kind of like the green on the bottom. But then again, let's look again at the second one. Well, I kind of like that one too, but the rainbows you can't really see. So I'm thinking I'm going to do it the other way, even though the rainbows are upside down. And then you're just going to take your frame and your scissors if you don't have strength, but luckily this frame is not that hard to close. And there you go. You have a shamrock. If you want later on, there you go. You have a shamrock. And if you want later on, you can actually go back and color your frame green if you want, but I kind of like the black so it stands out. This is just a cute little St. Patrick's Day quick craft that you can do that will definitely make sure that everybody in your family is enjoying the holidays, and something to help with your decor as well. You can always take the frame later on once you've done it and do another stencil like this for like Valentine's Day. You could do one for 4th of July, like a firework. You can just do just about anything you want to do on this one. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little quick DIY. I just think this is perfect, and I think it's really cute to do. And I hope you guys really enjoyed it. And until next time, bye!